Everyone. What's good, everyone? My name is Oskar Syarief Yordan. So today I would like to explain to you guys what is second language acquisition is. Actually, the key theories of the second language acquisition. How do we learn by the key concept or the theory itself? So yeah, let's start these things. The first is uh, the second language acquisition. The key theories. What makes a theory is the social context. Why social context is so social context are divided or parted by some things like attitudes and attitudes followed by motivation, age, personality, and capabilities like and the our previous knowledge, and it leads us to learning opportunities and yeah and like linguistic and non-linguistic outcome for the learner. So yes, we can see I just mentioned the social context. Why I mentioned social context here? So in the theory that the book that is read, so yeah, so social context are leads to the attitudes or various kind that leads to motivation. So the motivation is based on our age, personality, and yada yada yada, and the our capability of how do we gain or how we gain the language, the things. And yeah, so the levels of language we can see like the phonology, syntax, morphology, semantics, and lexis, pragmatics, or anything like these course. So yeah, we know that things we need some other, I don't know how to say, like competence on learning on it. And yeah, on how do we get the competence itself is rather than just a performance. Like, how do we perform that stuff? How do we getting all that stuff? And yeah, it makes of our process of learning new language becomes perfect by the routine ourselves, by the how the competency that we learn that language, like how often we focusing on that, like how do we getting the encouragement by ourselves to learn the new language. So yeah, it can make us to deliver us to mastering the language itself based our own motivation and etc like that. And the most thing that I just know is our creativity. Based on the creative itself, how do we often creativity, how do we create the agenda or the routine that makes our that provide our learning, that provide our language itself, like how do we often to study, like how do we creativity to mastering the language, like such as playing video games and listening to music. That's great, right? And how do we, like when we try to I don't know, like watching some movie and we need to know what kind of language is this, like we really want to know like the curiosity of itself, and it leads us to learn the language. And the theory is lead us to the social contact itself, because the how do the engagement, the engagement, but how the demand of like our hobby, like our hobby is playing video games and watching movies, that leads us to the creativity of studying or learning itself. So it based on our nature also. So the nature and nurture. So the nature and nurture, it based on our how do we like, is it, are we, I mean, do we have some nature of learning some new language? Is it like, is it our mother tongue? I mean, not our mother tongue. Is it, are we really I don't know, the curiosity of ourselves to learn a new language? Is it big to learn a new language? So yeah, and there's also the other theory, like the creativity that I just mentioned, and the incomplete success, like we already learned this language but we, I don't know, like we having some gap between this language. I mean, this learning of language, like we already studied, but we stop it at the middle of our studying session. Like I'm learning English while I'm when I'm at elementary school, and I'm not focusing on learning English at the high school or middle school, and I continue on the at the college, and it makes the, I don't know, continuation, I guess, between the my elementary school skills. I mean the elementary school uh my elementary school ideas and the other things, and it makes us become a perfect, like it links, like that's the theory that I just want to say. And yeah, the cross linguistic influence also, and there's all the relationship between second language and our learning session. Like we want to learn the second language based on our hobby or what, and it makes us to become a perfect person to learn new language. I think that's all that I can say about the key theories or concept, or what is the biggest key concept on learning the language. I think that's all, guys. Thank you.